Well, more is unfolding about the sheriff who's heading the department where Sandra Bland died this week after her arrest. Sheriff Glenn Smith was punished for past racism. In 2007, he was the chief of police in Hempstead, Texas. He was given 2 weeks without pay, ordered into anger management classes. He was ultimately fired a year later. Waller County City Council leader Herschel Smith called the sheriff's past censorship a slap on the hands, saying they got off way too lightly considering his humiliation and treatment of young African-American males. Now, Jose, this is really important because the sheriff in question, in this specific county, he has a past history of this. He was fired for it, fined for it. It's remarkable that he was able to switch counties and continue serving.
Yeah, I mean, Elliot and I, we were talking about this yesterday when we broke. The reality that we point out that this is systemic. There is a reason this keep happening over and over and over. Not only this sheriff has a background of racism, also the county jail where this death happened also had a very similar case with
another suicide.
Yeah.
Exactly. This is too common within this jail that this man is running. I know you discussed it on the lip yesterday, Sandra Bland's case, going on a road trip from Chicago to Texas for a job interview, one traffic stop, and now she's died. I know you discussed the ins and outs of that case, but it screams racism and foul play. And here we have another link in this chain where this sheriff was accused of racism. We actually have a quote from Houston Chronicle writer Helen Erickson. She wrote this about the sheriff. The predominantly black Hempstead City Council voted to suspend Smith for 2 weeks without pay after viewing videotapes and hearing allegations of racism from local residents against him, along with 4 other officers. So, documented history here with this man. This isn't a presumption. It's written down, and we have it in writing.
Yeah, there's evidence. The problem is that we don't do anything about it.
Right.
Nobody is looking at these files and saying, you know what, you have a stain in your record, you're not eligible to lead a police department, especially in areas where there's this racial divide, there's this racial contrast. So you
have
can't...
black city council members, but white law enforcement. That doesn't seem to match up too well.
In many occasions, these officers, they compensate their personal views for what is policy. So if they feel like the city is too black, if you will, they'll behave in a way and they'll direct the police departments in a way where they think that they're doing the right thing. His racial profiling is wrong. We have to stop it. And like the city council member said, this is a slap in the wrist, and this is the reason it keeps happening.
They could have stopped him before had they appropriately censored him. That's the bottom line here.
And we keep missing these opportunities to rectify things, and they blow out of proportion, and then we have people dying.
Well, I know it's really hard for people to constantly hear about police brutality, and you just really want to shut it off because there's so much of it coming out in the news. But in order for this to change, people really need to tune in to the specifics of these cases. I know they're hard to hear, and really, pay attention. It's the only way to really get things going and discuss and start that dialogue about these issues. We'd love to know what you think about this story at home, about Sheriff Smith, his past documented history of racism. Log on, post your comments about the story. While you're at it, be sure to check out the rest of our channel and, of course, subscribe to the Lip TV.
While in police custody in Texas, has ignited a firestorm in social media. The anger is fueled by the YouTube video showing the 28-year-old being arrested just outside of Houston. CNN national correspondent Ryan Young has that video and why the Bland's family says they're not buying the police story about her death.
A traffic stop for an improper lane change leads to a tense struggle between Sandra Bland and a Texas trooper.
You just slammed my head into the ground. You do not even care about that. I can't even hear. He slammed my head into the ground.
28-year-old Bland was arrested and taken to jail for assaulting a public servant. 3 days later, she was found dead in her cell.
The female jailer that happened to be on duty at the time, running the kitchen area, went back there to offer to see if she wanted to go outside for recreation. And that's when the jailer found her. Of course, immediately hit the intercom.
Texas sheriff officials say Bland took her own life.
Hi, everybody.
But there's a growing concern by her family and friends that something about her death doesn't add up.
It is unimaginable
and difficult for us to wrap our minds around the Sandy that we knew, for this to be characteristic of her.
A video from Sandra Bland's Facebook page shows the young woman discussing her mental state a few months back.
I am suffering from something that some of you all may be dealing with right now. It's a little bit of depression as well as PTSD.
She may have been suffering from some sort of mental illness, and that self-diagnosis is certainly something that we are going to look at and consider with a motive for a suicide.
But for family members, the thought that Sandra Bland would commit suicide is something they are not willing to accept.
Based on the Sandy that I knew, that's unfathomable to me.
Sandra Bland's family has actually flown from Chicago to Texas, and they plan to talk with investigators about exactly what happened to Sandra. And investigators there said they plan to have open communication with the family so all the rumors are quelched and the family can figure out what happened to their sister. Ryan Young, CNN, Chicago.
All right, let's bring in our legal guys. Avery Freeman, a civil rights attorney and law professor in Cleveland. Good to see you. And Richard Herman, a New York criminal defense attorney and law professor, joining us from Las Vegas. Good to see you as well. All right, so Avery, what first here? Can this police department investigate itself and investigate her death, or does somebody else have to step in here?
Yeah, it's got to be somebody from the outside, Frederica. The Texas Rangers, which is essentially the State Highway Patrol, is already in there. But on Friday, they announced that the FBI will be involved, and that's exactly right. You've got two aspects. Number one, the question of excessive force, pretty much wrapped up on video and witnesses across the street at the barbershop. And secondly, and the thing that's so compelling here, the inadequate monitoring in a jail cell. One of the arguments that the department said is, well, the reason we didn't show part of the cell was to respect the privacy of the prisoner. Really? And how did the plastic bag get in there? So there are a lot of issues, both through Texas Rangers and the FBI, that warrant serious attention here.
So then, Richard, how customary is that, this monitoring of the cell to be able to watch the well-being of every inmate at all times?
Well, Fred, they have an obligation to make sure on an hourly basis that the inmate is safe. And this is a jail. This is not a penitentiary, so it's a short-term facility. And they did monitor on an hourly basis through an intercom. It wasn't like an El Chapo situation where they had the video on the prisoner at all times. And this, by the way, this facility had been cited for negligence in the past for not properly monitoring. But this is a very tragic case, Fred, and you know, it just, the result is unfathomable, but it goes way back to the situation in every one of these cases. If a police officer gives an order or a direction, you have to follow it, whether you agree or not, because nothing good is going to come of it. And here, no, that starts with the initial arrest on the lane change and her getting beaten, which was horrible. Now to be put into prison in a community, in a county which has alleged racial discrimination issues for years, I'm sure the family's upset. And are you going to believe the local interpretation that she killed herself? I mean, if you asked 100 people out there, are they depressed? 100 people are going to say, yeah, I've had some depression. This is really,
well,
it
especially
needs
if you're
a
in
major
jail.
investigation, Fred. Wait, it needs a major investigation, and without an eyewitness, unfortunately, Fred, there is no way they're going to be able to prove that a prison authority killed her.
So Avery, you next. I know there are a few points that you wanted to either counter or maybe even agree with.
Well, I don't agree that they're not going to be able to show it because, number one, they have already been on notice of the substandard operation already. Secondly, when they say, well, the reason we're not monitoring with video is to respect privacy of prisoners, I mean, that doesn't make any sense. At very least, you've got to get both state and federal law enforcement in here, because the basic question is, how does this plastic bag get in there? How does she jerry-rig it to hang herself? That just doesn't make any sense, Frederica, and that's why you need law enforcement and investigative bodies in there.
And this, in large part, why the family feels so outraged and not at all happy with the explanations. All right.
Hello, ma'am. With the takes I have told, the reason for your stop is you failed to signal your lane change. You got your driver's license and insurance with you? What's wrong? Okay, ma'am. You okay?
I'm waiting on you. This is your job. I'm waiting on you. What do you want me to
Oh,
do?
you seem very irritated.
I am. I really am. Because I feel like it's cap of what I'm getting a ticket for. I was getting out of your way. You were speeding up, tailing me. So I move over and you stopped me. So yeah, I am a little irritated, but that doesn't stop you from giving me a ticket. So let's continue.
Are you done?
You asked me what was wrong and I told you.
Okay.
So now I'm done, yeah.
Okay. You mind putting out your cigarette, please? Don't mind.
I'm in my car. Why do I have to put out my cigarette?
Well, you can step on out now.
I don't have to step out of my car.
Step out of the car.
Why am I...
Step out of the car.
No, you don't have the right.
Step out of the car.
You do not have the right to do that.
I do have the right. Now step out or I will remove you.
I refuse to talk to you other than to identify myself.
Step out or I will remove you.
I am getting removed for a failure.
Step out or I will remove you. I'm giving you a lawful order. Get out of the car now or I'm going to remove you.
And I'm calling my lawyer.
I'm going to yank you out of here.
Okay, you're going to yank me out of my car?
Get out.
Okay. All right.
25.
Let's do this.
Yeah, we're going to.
Yeah. Don't touch me.
Get out of the car.
Don't touch me. I'm not under arrest. You don't have the right to take
You are under arrest.
I'm under arrest for what?
25,
for what?
7 County FM 1098. Just
For what?
290. Send me another unit. Get out of the car.
Another unit FM 1098.
Get out of the car now.
Why am I being apprehended? You trying to give me a ticket
I
for your
said
failure?
get out of the car.
Why am I being apprehended? You
I'm
just
giving you a
opened my
lawful
car
order.
door. You just
I'm
opened
going
my
to
car
drag you
door.
out of here.
So you threatening to drag me out of my own car.
Get out of the car.
And then you
I will
stop
light
me?
you up. Get out.
Wow.
Now.
Wow.
Get out of the
Really,
car.
for a failure to signal. You doing all of this for
Get
a failure
over there.
Right, yeah. Yeah, let's take this to court. Let's do
Go
it.
ahead.
For a failure to signal. Yep, for a failure to signal.
Get off the phone.
On my school.
Get off the phone.
I'm not on the phone. I have a right
Put
to
your
record.
phone
This is
down.
my property. This
Put
is
your
my
phone
property.
down.
Sir?
Put your phone down. Right now. Put your phone down.
For a fucking failure to signal, my goodness.
Come over here.
Y'all are interesting.
Come
Very
over here now.
You feeling good about yourself?
Stand right here.
You feeling good about yourself?
Stand right
For
there.
a failure to signal, you feel real good
Turn
about
around.
yourself, don't you?
Turn around.
You feel good about yourself,
Turn
don't you?
around now.
What are you?
Put your hands
Why
behind your
am I
back and
being
turn around.
arrested?
Turn around.
Why can't you tell me
I'm giving you a lawful order. I will tell
Why am I
you.
being arrested?
Turn
Why
around.
won't you tell me that part?
I'm giving you a lawful order. Turn around.
Why will you not tell me
You are
what's
not
going
complying.
on? I'm not complying because you just pulled me out of my car.
Turn around.
Are you fucking kidding me? This is some bullshit.
Put your hands behind your back.
Because you know this is straight bullshit and you full of shit. Full of straight shit. That's all y'all is, some scary fucking cops. South Carolina got y'all bitch asses scared. That's all it is. Fucking scared of a female.
If you would have just listened.
I was trying to sign the fucking ticket. Whatever.
Stop moving.
Are you fucking serious?
Stop moving.
Oh, I can't wait till we go to court. Ooh, I can't wait. I cannot wait till we go to court. I can't wait. Ooh, I can't wait. You want me to sit down now?
No.
Or you gonna throw me to the floor? That'll make you feel better about yourself?
Knock it off.
No, that'll make you feel better about yourself? That'll make you feel real good, won't it? Pussy ass. Fucking pussy. For a failure to signal, you doing all of this. In little ass Prairie View, Texas. My God, they must want.
You were getting a warning. Until now, you're going to jail.
No, I'm getting for what?
You can come
For
read.
what?
Come read right.
I'm getting a warning for what?
Stay right here.
For what? Well, you
Stay
just
right
pointed
here.
me over there.
I said stay right
Get
here.
your fucking mind right. Let me. Oh, I swear on my life, y'all some pussies. A pussy ass cop for a fucking signal. You gonna
I got
take
her
me to
control.
jail?
She's in handcuffs.
What a pussy. What a pussy.
816.
What a pussy. You about to break my fucking wrist.
Stop moving.
I'm standing still. You
Stand
keep
right
moving
here.
me. God damn it.
Stand right there.
Don't touch me. Fucking pussy for a traffic signal. You doing all this bullshit? For a traffic signal.
Come read right over here. This right here says a warning. You started creating the problems.
You asked me what was wrong.
Do you have
I'm trying to
anything
tell
on
you.
your person that's
do
illegal?
it feel like I got anything on me? This a fucking maxi
I'm gonna
dress.
remove your glasses.
This a maxi dress.
Come on over here.
Have on me. Fucking asshole. For a fuck, you're about to break my wrist. Can you stop? You are about to fucking break my wrist.
Stop moving. Stop now. Stop it.
Stop resisting, man.
If you would stop, then I would tell you.
For a fucking traffic
Now
signal.
stop.
You are such a pussy. You are such a pussy. No, you are.
You're yanking around.
For a traffic signal.
You are
For a
yanking
fucking
around.
traffic signal.
When you pull away from me,
You're resisting arrest. This make you feel real good, don't it? A female for a traffic signal. For a traffic signal. I know that makes.
You need to leave. You need to leave.
I can't hear you.
You need to leave.
Am I on public property? On church.